Hello friends, today I am going to explain you the chapter 14 of the inter first year textbook of our Telangana syllabus. Here the topic is articles. A, an and the. These are articles. A is used before singular nouns starting with consonant sounds. And an is used before singular nouns starting with vowel sounds. Okay, what are vowels? A, E, I, O, U. These are vowels. Okay, vowel sounds means A, E, A, U and O. These are vowel sounds. If there is vowel sound in the starting of that word and it is singular, then we use an. Okay, and the is used before familiar things. Familiar means maybe very famous, or we know about it, we have some knowledge about it, it is known to everyone. Such things we use the. Come, let's get into the exercise. Firstly, the first one, fill in the blanks with an, a or an. An ant is an industrious creature. Here you see ant. The first letter is vowel. So an ant, an industrious. We can't live without a fan nowadays. F is consonant. So a fan. An apple a day keeps the doctor away. So here also an apple. Apple A is vowel and D consonant. An ATM is a useful machine. Here you have to see, children, a useful. Here you may ask the question, U is the first letter, that is a vowel, then why we are using a? I will tell you. Useful is starting with the consonant sound Y. Useful means Y sound it is coming. So we use a useful machine. Okay. Next one. An honest man is always respected. Now again you might have a doubt. H is consonant. Why we are using an in the front? Yes, I will tell you. Here honest. It is not pronounced as honest. That is wrong. You have to pronounce it honest. That is starting with the vowel sound a. That is why we are using an. Okay, an honest man. Okay, let's go to the next one. Amitabh Bachchan is a famous actor. Here no doubt F is consonant. Are you a vegetarian? Here vegetarian, V is consonant. It is an absurd story indeed. Here A is vowel, so an absurd. I don't believe him. He is a liar. Okay, here L is consonant. What a lovely villa. Here L is consonant. It is a one-man show. Again you might get the doubt. Why a one man? Okay. Here O is vowel. No. Why we are getting a one man? Here you might get a doubt. O is vowel. No. Why we are using a one man? Here actually one man. It is starting with the sound V. V is a consonant sound. A one man show. Okay. I never witnessed such a long queue for Covaxin. Here L is consonant, so a long. He is a United Nations employee. Again, United. United, though it is starting with U, it is starting with the Ya sound. That is Y sound, consonant sound. So we are using a United Nations employee. We have quite a few books on yoga. Here few F is consonant, so a few books. I saw an accident in the morning. Here A is vowel, so an accident. Next bit, fill in the blanks with a, an or the. Look, this vegetable seller, first sentence, when we are introducing something, then we use a. Once we have introduced, in the next sentence we can use the for the same person. Okay, when we are introducing like a strange person, we use a. Okay, a vegetable seller's wife gave birth to a son. A customer who heard the good news. The good news, because already in the first line we know the good news. What is the good news? The wife gave birth to a son. That is why we are already familiar with that news. So we use the good news. Congratulated the vegetable seller. Now look, in first line we use a vegetable seller because we did not introduce. After introduction, he became familiar to us. So in the second sentence we use the vegetable seller and inquired about the state of health of the newly born child. Now the state of health of newly born child, because we are already aware, we are already familiar with the concept that a newborn baby is born and we need to know about the health condition. Okay. Then he said, sir, it's very fresh. Okay, we will go to the next bit. Fill in the blanks. In an accident, a person who lost his legs was crying. So in the first sentence, it is new to us. So we use an and a. At the time, a man who came there said, so this is another man. He is also a new man. Okay. A man who came there said, why do you cry like a child? And said, see that man who lost his head and a hand and still not crying. So this is actually a humorous sentence. A man has lost his head and hand, yet he is not. If he lost his head, how can he cry? Okay, so like that sentence is given. Now we will go to the next bit. Fill in the blanks with a, an or the. A truck driver is going in the opposite direction in a one-way street. In the opposite direction, why? Because here only two directions may be there in a road. One is towards the right, one is towards the left. So we are very particular, very exactly one direction only is there. So we use the. The is used for one and only. The very much we are very sure about it. For those things we use the. Okay. Going in the opposite direction in a one-way street. A police officer sees him but does not stop him. Why doesn't the police officer? Now look, already we got introduced to the police officer in the second line. Therefore, here we are using the police officer. The police officer means the officer whom we mentioned in the second line. Why doesn't the police officer stop him? The truck driver is walking. Okay, the truck driver. Which truck driver? Whom we got introduced in the first line. The truck driver is walking. Okay, so this is also a humorous incident. Fill in the blanks with a, an or the. I bought a pair of new shoes. Okay. I saw a movie last night. It's raining. Do you need an umbrella? Look at the woman over there. She is my mother. Now look children, look at a woman we are not writing. Look at the woman because here they are mentioning the place over there. So it is for sure they are mentioning about a specific, a particular woman. Okay. So we use the. The night is quiet. Let's take a walk. The night. The night is familiar and same. One night for everyone. So the night is quiet. A spider has 8 legs. Peter is an Italian. I read an amazing story last Sunday. The tiger is in danger of dying out. The tiger. Here why we are using the tiger and not a tiger is the tiger, it represents the entire tiger family in the whole world. Okay. the tiger is in danger. That means it's not the one tiger, it is all the tigers in this world. Okay, that time we use the tiger. She has got an imported pen. The blind, the deaf, the dumb lead a miserable life. Here also, the blind means all the blind people in the whole world. Okay, the deaf, the dumb. It is for the whole universe. It is mentioning all the people in one category. So we use the blind, the deaf, and the dumb. Okay, deaf means those who cannot hear. Dumb means those who cannot speak. My sister is married to a farmer. We spent the whole week in Hawaii. The whole week, because here the whatever week they are telling, they are very sure about that entire week. That specific thing is mentioned. So the whole week. They met the minister yesterday. A minister means it is a strange one, but minister generally is very much familiar, and he is one person who is responsible. So they met the minister yesterday. It was the hottest day. The hottest because hottest is superlative degree. You always use the before superlative degree. I put the unopened letters over there. Here, over there, they have told. That is, it is specific, it is particular, it is definitely those letters only. They are particular about those letters. They are telling about that particular letters. So we say, I put the unopened letters. Okay. Is the clock slow or is it me? Okay, we won't say is a clock slow. Is the clock because the time is same all over. Kiravani is a music composer and also a singer. I was moved by the kindness that he showed. So the kindness is already shown. That thing is mentioned here. Already we are familiar with the kindness. So we are writing the kindness. Which kindness? The kindness that he showed. Okay. I did not know that the dictionary belonged to you. Okay. So here the dictionary, the specific dictionary belonged to you. Which dictionary? The dictionary which belonged to you. Okay. So it is specific. It is particular. So we use the dictionary. I can't play the piano. Here, piano is a musical instrument. In front of musical instruments, in front of rivers, you use the rivers, holy books, big restaurants, historical monuments, newspapers, name of newspapers, such things you use the. In before oceans, the names of oceans, the Pacific. Okay, and before the names of continents, you always use the. You are the first because first is superlative degree or the ordinal number also you can say. You are the first person to arrive here. Our swimming costumes were dry, but the children's weren't. Okay, so here the children's is children already plural, so you can't use a or an. Okay, so definitely you must use the only. They live in an old house. Rajesh is an enterprising businessman. Our plane was delayed. We had to wait at the airport for 3 hours. So airport is a very familiar thing, so we use the airport. An idea can change your life. The more you learn, the more you benefit. Here, the more you learn. It is about a very a universal thing. Like it's too large. Okay. The more you learn, and moreover, more is considered as plural form. Okay. The more you learn, the more you benefit. Mukesh Ambani is the Bill Gates of India. in here in this eighth example, the more you learn, more you benefit is also like a quotation or a proverb sort of thing. There also we use the. Next one, Mukesh Ambani is the Bill Gates of India. The Bill Gates is, it is very, he is very famous. He is one and only one. So we are using the. Is there an AC theatre in your town? Panaji is the capital of Goa state. There is only one capital, so we are using the. The moon is symbol of pleasantness. Okay, so here the moon, here only one moon, the moon, symbol of a pleasantness. A pleasantness, it's a name of the feeling. Okay, so a pleasantness. I have given a 1 rupee coin to a beggar. Here a 1 rupee I already explained. One is starting from V sound. V is a consonant sound. The rabbit runs very fast. Here the rabbit because it denotes the entire rabbit family in the whole world. So the rabbit. Is there a bank near here? The talent of a writer can't be underestimated. The talent, it is an abstract noun. Okay, it cannot be measured. So we use the. If it can be measured, we can use a or an. But here the talent, it's immeasurable. So we use the talent. The simplicity, this is again an abstract noun. The simplicity which Gandhiji followed is taken as an example everywhere. I interviewed an MP in the evening. Now look children, an MP because though M is there, we are not pronouncing it as ma. We are pronouncing it as M. We are pronouncing it as M. A is vowel sound. So, I interviewed an MP. An MP we are writing in the evening. The is used before the duration of time. The night, the evening, the morning. There we always use the. Okay. Did you get married after leaving the university? So here already these people are familiar to each other. Okay. Moreover, the university because the university is famous and familiar to both of them and they are mentioning a specific university. Would you like to be an actor? Ramu and Srinu are of a size. A size means of the same size. Okay. Birds of a feather flock together. This is a proverb actually to say that people with same thinking gather. They become friends. They gather together. Okay. Tomatoes cost 12 rupees a kilo. A kilo means 1 kilo. Per kilo 20 rupees. The Rajdhani Express runs at a speed of 120 km an hour. Now look, R, that is starting with H, but we pronounce it as R. We don't pronounce it as hour. That is wrong. We pronounce it as R. So, R is vowel sound. So, an hour. They killed a snake there. There is a swimming pool in our town. The rose is a beautiful flower. An elephant is a big animal. Pratibha is a doctor. Sandeep is an architect. Did you order 100 chairs for our college? 100 means 100. Okay. Ravali faced a lot of trouble to reach her home in the rain. Miss Sana is waiting outside. Why here we are using is Miss Sana is a strange woman, but her name we know. So it is to tell that there is a strange lady with the name Miss Sana and she is waiting outside. Whomever it is, she is concerned, you can go and meet. Okay. So she is strange to all the others. Maybe she is familiar to only one person. So we use a Miss Sana. A knowledge of history is always useful. Knowledge means it is for one particular area. You can also say the knowledge of history also is correct. A knowledge of history is to tell that a little bit of gathering some information about history. Okay. Lord Krishna played the flute. Here flute is a musical instrument. So the flute. A.R. Rahman impressed us with his performance on the guitar. Here also guitar is a musical instrument. So we are using the guitar. The camel is the ship of the desert. Okay, this is actually a quotation or a universal truth. So that time we use the ship of the desert. Okay. The lion is the king of the jungle. Here, the lion, it belongs to, it is telling about all the lions in the world of the jungle. The jungle, generally, we all are familiar with that word, the jungle. Generally, we use the jungle, the railway station, the police station, the post office, because the zoo, because everyone is familiar, and that railway station may be the post office, maybe it is one for whole area, one railway station for whole area, so everyone is familiar about it. Okay, so the same way the jungle. The heart is a very important organ of our body. The heart, because everyone is familiar of that. The tongue decides the taste. The blind are very active. We have to help the poor, because all the poor, it is telling about all the poor people. The minister is arriving in the morning. Your duration of time, morning. We will go and meet them in the evening. Again, evening is the duration of time. I met a girl and a boy at a railway station. So here you may ask why you are not writing the railway station. It is because it is narrating a thing. Okay. So where it is, the railway station is a strange one. Because here a boy, a girl, both are strange, and a railway station. It was somewhere. It's not the railway station where he resides. And of course, if you write the railway station, it is not incorrect. It is also correct. You can write, I met a girl and a boy at the railway station. If you say at the railway station, that means he met them at the railway station nearby their area. At a railway station means some strange railway station. Okay, I met a girl and a boy at a railway station. The girl is about 10 years old and the boy is about 5 years old. The student whom I motivated became a doctor. Why are we not writing a student? This is because we are giving some information about the student in the second sentence. That is, he became a doctor. So that student is already familiar. So the student, or he is the definite student, that particular student. Which student? Whom I motivated. Okay, so whenever some information is given about something, that becomes a definite article. Okay, the novel I bought yesterday is interesting. Which novel? The one which I bought yesterday. So it is a definite one, a particular one. Okay, so the novel. Next is R.K. Narayan is one of the greatest. Here greatest is superlative degree. So we are using the greatest. Honesty is the best policy. Best is superlative degree. Good, better, best. Okay, so we are using the best. Rakesh Sharma was the first Indian to go into space. Here first is the ordinal number. Okay, so the first, the second, the third, the fourth. That is how you write, because only one and only one first, one and only second. Okay, like that. A surgeon should be very careful during operation. A surgeon means any surgeon. Vijay was the only student. Now look here itself in the sentence, the only student, one and only. So we are using the. The only student who was also a scientist. The lunch, I told you already. Name of meals, the lunch, the breakfast, the dinner, the supper. Okay, the is used before the names of food times. Okay, the lunch served at your home was very delicious. The more you learn, the more you discover your ignorance. So already I told you this is like a quotation. Okay, so there you use the. An engineer supervises the construction of a building. We can take a decision. He took us an hour. Already I told you hour. It is pronounced as R. Though H is there, it is pronounced R. That is why we are using an hour. To reach a hospital, or you can also say reach the hospital. If it is a strange hospital, a hospital. The hospital, if it is a familiar hospital, both are correct. He is an MLA and a man of principles. An MLA because we are pronouncing M, which is a vowel sound. He is an honest man and hasn't got a house of his own. An honest. Here H is not pronounced. Okay, so honest and honest. We have an umbrella to go to a university in some countries. Here you can write a university or the university, both are correct. Interacting with an MP is a memorable experience. Vishwanath Anand is one of the most famous is superlative degree, the most famous. The Padma Shri is the fourth highest civilian award. The fourth, that is the ordinal number. The first, the second, the third, the fourth. That way, whenever you have the ordinal number, you need to use the. My parents will celebrate the 25th. This is also ordinal number. The 25th wedding anniversary next year. The breakfast served at Taj Hotel is very tasty. Breakfast is the name of a meal. Okay. The more you concentrate, the more you understand. This is a quotation again. The less you work, the less you get. This is also a quotation or a proverb sort of thing. Kumar is the Sachin of our team. The Sachin because Sachin is one and only one person. He is the famous cricketer. So Kumar is the Sachin, one and only one. High Tech City is the Silicon Valley of Telangana state. So it is the one and only place which is the Silicon Valley. Okay. So it is the Silicon Valley, one and only one. The English ruled India for more than 2 centuries. The English, this is entire Britishers. Okay. The Birlas established Kesoram cement factory. Here the entire Birla family. The Tatas are pioneers in steel industry. Pioneers means first ones to start. That's called pioneers. Okay. The Tatas means the entire Tata family, Tata dynasty. It rained all day due to depression. Here no article is required. Actually, it's the thing is not required. So this also may be your answer in the exam. Analyze a will come or the would come or an would come or no article would come. If no article is applicable, write no article. I hope this session was useful to you in revising for your exams as well as getting to know the concepts of articles. If you have any doubts, if the explanation is less or you have your own doubts, if you have any doubt, text me because sometimes a is also applicable, the is also applicable, and is also applicable, the is also applicable. In case you have any doubts, you can comment in the comment section. I would be very happy to clear your doubts, and articles are very important in our day-to-day life. Try to use the right article to make your English better. Thank you for watching, and please leave a comment. Share with as many friends as possible and subscribe our channel for further updates. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day.